Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another video. Today what we are going to be talking about is why you may or may not want to actually run Google Ads for your auto detailing business. So if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. And also if you do own an auto detailing business and you're looking for somebody to set up Google Ads for you, there's a link in the description below for a free consultation. So in this video, what we're going to be talking about is pros and cons. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased. I talk about Google Ads a lot on this channel, but I'm going to go over some of the benefits and the drawbacks of running Google Ads. And one thing to keep in mind with this video is this is intended to be much more of a surface level kind of informational video, really just kind of going over pros and cons. So if you are looking for more tutorials, if you want to see more in-depth content on Google Ads, just check out the rest of the videos on my channel, and let's get into the content. Now, like I just mentioned, there's obviously going to be a ton of pros and cons to running Google Ads for your auto detailing business. I believe that, Google Ads is a great platform, but it's not always right for every business all the time. There's some things that you might want to watch out for, and, I wouldn't recommend it for everybody. Again, I think it's a great platform, but there's certain things that you need to keep in mind before you actually get to running a campaign. So let us start by talking about the benefits. So these are some of the good parts of running Google Ads. So the first thing you're going to notice when it comes to Google Ads is the lead quality is generally pretty high. Leads from Google are going to be some of the highest quality leads you can get. And the reason for this is Google's a search engine. So you have people that literally need a vehicle detailed, and they're going to Google and to find somebody to actually detail that vehicle. So they have a problem. All you have to do is solve that problem. They're very, very high intent and very, very high quality. Not only are they high quality, but when it comes to auto detailing, they're also very educated. So, I used to detail cars myself, so I know how annoying it can be when somebody is kind of shocked to hear what you charge. They don't really know much about detailing. They don't know why you might charge $250 for a detail. People that might not be super educated on detailing are expecting to pay the same price as, like a hand wash down the street, but not for a premium service. But if you have somebody actually going to Google and they're searching for, mobile auto detailing near me, paint correction near me, you don't need to really educate them on what detailing is or why it's valuable, because if they're going to Google, they're already educated. They already know about detailing. They're just looking for somebody to get the job done. Not only are those leads high quality, but they are also inbound leads. So when you're running a Google Ads account, they are always going to be inbound phone calls and form fills. So you're not going to have to chase people down. You're not going to have to deal with, bigger shared lead providers, or have to deal with people that are on apps like Groupon or something like that. They're just looking for deals or looking for the cheapest price. And, not to say that people won't be, kind of price shopping and looking around here and there, but for the most part, you're going to have inbound high quality leads reaching out to you, if the campaign is set up properly on a daily basis. On top of those leads being inbound, they are also exclusive leads. So this is another massive benefit of Google Ads. Every lead that you generate from your campaign is going to be exclusive to your business. You don't have to deal with shared leads that are getting sent to 4 or 5 other businesses. You don't have to deal with constantly posting on Facebook, posting on all these other platforms to try to generate brand awareness. That phone call or form fill that came in, it's going to be yours. And if you get to that lead before another local competitor, that detail could be yours as well. Also, another thing that I love about Google Ads is that the lead flow is going to be pretty consistent over the long term. So I look at any search engine kind of like a river. That water that's going by every single day is kind of equivalent to the searches that are happening every single day in your local market. So there's people going to Google every single day searching for things like mobile auto detailing near me, detailing near me, paint correction near me, and all of those people going to Google and searching are all potential customers. So all you have to do is show up with your bucket and get some water from the river. And for the most part, the river is never going to really stop flowing. So whether you're there or not, it's going to keep going. So, depending on what's going on with the economy or the seasons or whatever, the search volume might go up or down, but that river is still going to flow every single day. On top of the lead volume being pretty consistent, you're also going to find that Google Ads has pretty flexible lead volume as well. So with Google Ads, you can adjust your lead volume practically on demand. It's kind of like a faucet. You can turn it up, turn it down based on the number of leads you want to generate in a month. Now, granted, there are some caveats to this. There is a certain cap in your particular market. If you're in a smaller market, you will eventually hit that cap to the number of leads you can actually generate on a monthly basis. If you're in a bigger market, it's going to be tougher to hit that cap, but Long story short is if you want to get more leads and you have a campaign that's working, you turn the budget up. Want to generate less leads in a month, turn the budget down. So let's say you have a campaign, it's consistently generating you leads around like $10 a lead. If you're spending $25 a day, that should come to around 50 leads a month. So I know a lot of detailers, especially if it's solo detailer, would be pretty happy with that. But let's say you have maybe a couple of detailers working with you, you have maybe a couple trucks or a couple vans out doing details, and you wanted to double your lead volume. Pretty much all you have to do is double the budget. So if you just increase that spend to $50 a day, you should see that lead volume go up to around 100 leads per month. All of that sounds great, obviously, but there are drawbacks to Google Ads as well. So these are a couple reasons why I would actually recommend to not run Google Ads, because I know, every platform has pros and cons. Google Ads is no different. So let's get into some of those drawbacks. The first thing you really need to keep in mind with Google Ads when it comes to the drawbacks is the campaigns need to be set up properly. Google Ads is a platform that will absolutely kind of punish people for not doing things right. So the campaign needs to be set up, managed, and optimized properly. And the reason this is big is because Google charges you for every single time somebody clicks on your ad. And Google has no problem spending your budget regardless of the results you get. They don't care about your cost per lead, the quality of the leads, how much money you're making from the campaign. The deal with Google starts and ends at the click. So whatever happens after that is on you. So I've seen a lot of campaigns that have not been set up properly, and all they do is just spend money. They're not going to generate amazing results because they just haven't been set up properly. They haven't been managed properly. And, Google's going to spend the money. So once that money is spent and the results don't come in, it's just not Google's problem. But it can be avoided though. And to avoid that issue, you either need to do the work up front on your end to make sure either you know what you're doing or the person you're bringing in to build and manage the campaign knows what they're doing. So as long as you build the campaign properly, you manage it, and you optimize it properly, you should see results. And this drawback can be avoided, but make sure you're not going into it and just kind of slapping something together, throwing some money at it, and hoping it's just going to print money, because a lot of cases that just doesn't really work. Now, this is probably the perfect time to throw in a little shameless plug. Link in the description below if you are looking for somebody to run your ads. But shameless plugs aside, the last thing we need to talk about is that the platform does require upfront investment. Compared to a lot of channels, it's really not that bad. They're pretty flexible. You set up daily budgets. You're not locked into long contracts. You're not paying for a bunch of things up front, or having to sign like a 1-year contract, or it's nothing super wild. And the great thing about detailing is the ads are still pretty affordable. You can get a campaign running for as little as $25 a day, but you still do need to invest that money up front to get the results you want to see. On top of that, I usually recommend having a runway somewhere around like a 3-month runway on that ad budget. The reason for this is it can take time to get a campaign up, get it running, get it optimized, and you usually see the best results from month 3 and beyond. It doesn't mean month 1 can't work. It's just, it takes time to really get a campaign working its best. So if you're approaching Google Ads and you've only got, $200 and you're expecting a return right away, I would not recommend Google Ads. It is similar to SEO in the fact that it does take some time to actually get running. You can, at least on my end, I can get people leads within the first week, but it requires a longer term mindset. You're not just going to run it for 2 weeks, make a bunch of money, and then be good. Approach it with a long term mindset and make sure you have the runway on that budget. So that is it for this video. I hope you got a few little nuggets here and there. It's a little bit more of a simpler video. If you are looking for more in-depth trainings, I have a ton of other trainings on the channel going into how to actually set up Google Ads accounts, how to run them, all that kind of stuff. And if you want to check those out, obviously go to the channel and you can find those there. If you did like this video, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And like I mentioned before, if you do own an auto detailing business and you want somebody to set up your ads and run them for you, I'd be glad to help you out with that. Just hit the link in the description. You can submit a form for a free consultation. And yeah, that's it. So make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks.